He didn't call me a stomach.
He did.
The rotten German.
Oh,
I remember one time you were coming home with Frank.
Yeah.
You couldn't get up John Collins Hill there, and your Plymouth was off in the ditch. We had to go to the tractor the next day.
Pull it out?
Yeah, pull it out. You slid off the road up here.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was a Plymouth.
That was Frank's Plymouth.
That was Frank's.
Frank's, you probably used his Plymouth then to take Franny out.
so Uncle Bill, did you have a nickname for yourself?
Bill, you got a nickname.
No nicknames, no.
Yeah. What
Just
was
Billy.
Bill's name? Yeah, all right.
Fontanella always called me Junior all the time. I never cared for the guy though, because he wasn't a very nice guy. But
Which one are
Freddie
you
was
talking about?
Emil.
Emil. I used to go hunting with him.
He's a pain in the ass.
Oh, he was a pain.
Oh.
Well, tell him about the time you were plowing dirt or something up in the back of his
No, we don't want to hear that.
We'll have one.
He
Well,
was
listen,
real hell. He won't tell
anyhow.
us that one.
Tell him about the day you almost got killed when you fell through the elevator.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
tell
right,
him, yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't want to hear that either.
Okay.
But Freddie, after we got done working for Fontanella, would take me down to Cumnick.
Get a hot dog.
I get a hot dog and a soda. So one day, Panasowicz liked the kid, and so anyhow, I guess the kid was sliding one day, and there was a crust on the ice, and his whole face was kind of banged up, and he had big lips, and so Panasowicz says, "How'd you get? What happened to your lips? You kissed Marshy's ass."
Peggy got a few nicknames for me, but I can't say them here. Go ahead, Diane.
What did you think your life would be like when you were older?
I want to be a chicken farmer.
Oh,
Do you want to be a chicken
go
farmer?
ahead, John. I don't know. I don't really.
I wanted to
Bill,
take the
you
barn down the
Bill,
road.
here, you can tell me, you want to be a chicken
I was
farmer?
gonna take the barn down the road and where Bob's house is, but the barn burnt down in 1947, I think it was.
Was it 47? No, it was before
46,
that. Was it?
whatever. But it went up in flames.
45.
No, I think it was about 46 or 47, I think.
Wait a minute.
All I know is he came to
Wait,
pick
when
me
did
up.
I have the cows?
You had him in 47. But anyhow, he came to pick me up at school, and as we came out,
No, I
to the
had them in
highway,
45, I had the cows.
we saw this big smoke, and what was it, our barn going,
Yep.
that was the end. There
Did
go.
you tell them how the barn burned down?
No, tell him with the car.
Oh, I'll tell you how the barn burned down.
Where was the barn?
Right where our house is.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
big old barn.
Big.
Beautiful.
I wanted to
Big barn,
save that
big,
barn.
big barn.
That barn was so nice, was
Straight
just
as
an
an
empty
arrow.
barn. It didn't have nails in it, it had wooden pegs.
It was
So-
to make the Teddy's house.
Yeah. So what I did is, I used to keep my hay in there for the cows. And I had a 1928 or 29 Ford Model A,
He backed
ton
it in.
job, and I backed it in
was a
there.
car.
I backed it in there with I backed the truck in there, in the hay barn, and I loaded it up. My father come down, he says, "Give me a ride up to the bus stop." He says, "I gotta go to work." But he drove his little van down there. So I left the truck in the barn, and I'm going up to the bus stop. It was right on Personal Avenue where you get the bus over the windshields there. And as I was going up, the fire engines were coming down. I says, "I just come from that way. There was no fire." When I got back and I see the barn was burned down. The muffler on the truck caught the hay on fire. And that was the end of our
Yeah.
barn. Burned it right down to nothing. Bob, your turn.
Well,
What did you think your life would be like when you got older?
I had no idea what I was gonna do when I was young.
I wanted to
But,
do everything.
I remember that fire, because I was coming home on the school bus, and
Yeah, it probably worked, because it was 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
Popsikowski, he stopped right out in front there, but the barn was just about all down there. But,
Didn't take long to burn.
down in back of the barn is where we buried that big white horse, remember?
Is that where we buried it?
We had to dig a hole, oh my God. That was the one that I think that jumped over me? No, that was.
No, that was another, that was
Silver,
silver. That's
yeah.
silver.
That was silver, yeah, okay.
Hi-oh, silver.
All right then.
Did you enjoy school?
Me? Did I enjoy school? I enjoyed school after I got into the 6th grade. I had Miss Levan. She says to me, I had her for homeroom 2 years in a row. She says to me, "John, you don't know how to read, do you?" I said, "No." She said, "You want some help?" I said, "Yep." From that day on, I got right up and I had good marks all the way through until I left school.
What did she say to you?
She told me she said.
Oh, she said you want help.
Can you
One
tell us
help.
a story about when you stayed back?
You wanna hear the story
Yeah.
about I can't remember when I stayed
I'll
back.
tell
in the
that
fourth
story.
grade. I'll let Bob tell it, yeah. Okay, Bob.
All right, I was in the first grade, Billy was in the,
Second?
Third,
Freddie
third.
was- No, Billy was second.
No, I was
no,
in
third, he was in third.
What was
He was
Freddie?
smart
He was
already.
fourth?
He was
He was the smartest
same
kid in
grade
the
as you.
class there.
Well, Freddie was
And,
what, 2 years ahead of you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well, that was fifth already.
Yeah.
That wasn't that,
And,
you were in the second grade.
I was the second, so he'd be in fourth.
Freddie was in the fifth, and Johnny was supposed to go in the sixth.
No, I was supposed to go in the
If
fifth.
Bob was there, I
You
was
were
in
supposed to go in
third
the
grade.
sixth, but you
No, I
said,
went to the sixth up the other place. I went to the fifth.
wait a minute, John. Yeah, wait a minute. You were supposed to go in the sixth, but you kept your back
Back
in
in
the
the
fifth.
fourth grade, I
No.
stayed back.
No. I can remember
grade.
that first day of
If he
school.
remembers it, I was in
I remember the
grade.
first day of
So you
school.
went in the
Anyways,
fifth.
Johnny,
He
he
was
sat
first
down
grade, I was
and,
Yeah,
third.
but that Miss Marsh, she didn't like me.
oh, you be
No.
quiet, let me finish. And you sat in the row with the sixth graders, there were 3 or 4 of you guys.
Yeah, that's big.
And she said, John, you gotta sit up there with the fifth graders.
No, Momo wasn't there yet. She didn't move in there till later
She
on.
said, John, you gotta sit here with the fifth graders. No, he said, I'm gonna sit in the row there. He said, no. He said, well, I'm going home. So he walked out towards the front door to go home, and
She ran over
Miss
there.
Marsh went to the back door. She knew the front door was locked. So John, he ran back in the room. Teacher ran back in. He ran back out in the hall, tried to get out. She ran back out in the hall. Finally, John, he called it quits. He went and sat down in the fifth row. Marcy went up to the front of the class to start teaching. John, he got up and he ran out the back door. He went home. You don't remember that, John? Huh? Bill, you remember that?
I think there was another instance that he ran out.
Well, no.
I remember one time
Marcia,
you
she
took the
didn't like me.
ruler away
I tell you
from
why. I tell you why she didn't like me. I don't know. Maybe I didn't learn quick enough for her. I don't know. That's all I can remember. But she used to hit me with the ruler. She wanted to hit me with the ruler. She'd take me in a little office she had in the back, and I was about 2 feet taller than she was. She was a little short lady, chubby lady. Hold out your hand. So I'd hold out my hand, and I figured she's gonna hit it. She had the ruler not flat, she had it the long ways. Well, when I seen that coming down, I grabbed the ruler and I threw it out the window.
Exactly.
Yeah, she says, go get the ruler. I says, no, I'm not getting the ruler. So you can hit me again? I'm not getting it. So I did that
You
twice.
threw it out the window.
Yeah, I threw it out the window twice.
I
Another
never
time
knew
she
that.
got me in there. She hold out your hand. Then she hold it like that, the ruler. She's gonna hit me like that. I grabbed it, boom, out the window. And that's the only time she wouldn't hit me no more after that. So here's Bill or Bob. Bill, I
Bill.
guess.
We're trying to know what you guys want to say, but I don't have nothing to say.
Terry, I gotta leave in 5 minutes.
You don't have nothing to say. You've got so much to say, Bill. You
Oh, that's
don't
it.
Let's ask
say
a couple more
something.
questions, then we'll take a break.
Okay.
What do you want me to say?
Did you enjoy school?
Yeah, tell me.
No, I never enjoyed it until I got in high school. The sixth grade was the happiest year. I had Adele Shapiro for a teacher up at Percival. That was a happy year. But after that, I didn't give a shit. I went until I got 11th grade, and I started to study. That's all I have to say.
No, Bob, you're next. Give him the next question.
I wasn't too good in school. I didn't learn. I mean, I wasn't smart enough, so.
He was smart, but he didn't want to learn. He had
Oh,
women
no,
on his back.
what do you mean I didn't want to?
You like the girls, remember?
No,
like the
no,
girls?
no,
You
no.
like that Johnson girl, remember?
Which
With
one,
the big teeth?
Which one, Johnson girl?
Johnson,
Yeah.
Wasilewski.
No, you had another one up on Harlem Terrace.
That.
Oh, not me.
That's when you were in the other school.
You're
You're
making up
First.
stories now, Billy.
This was in the other
You
school.
just make up stories
I
all the
never
time.
went to that school.
You think Peggy's gonna believe all that bullshit you tell her? Go ahead.
She was kind of
How,
cute.
how would your classmates remember?
How did my classmates?
They wouldn't go near me.
Oh, wow. Okay, I can tell, some of them remember me. Anyways, when I was in high school, we used to take the bus to school. We'd get there a little early, like maybe 45 minutes before the class started. And this kid that rode with us, his name was Dave Clark. He was a smart kid. But anyways, I'll tell you a little story about Dave Clark. And at our 50th reunion, we were down at the place in Meriden there. What's the name of that place on Colony Street, John? We were down in the back there.
The cabin.
The cabin, okay. And I was talking to Dave Clark, who at that time was a professor at New Mexico University.
Wow.
And while I was talking to him, one of our graduates or one of our reunion people there came over and she said to me, she says, did you thank him? No, I didn't know what she meant. She says, I said, what are you talking about, you thank him? She says, you know, did you thank him? I said, no, I don't know. What do you mean by that? She says, well, she said, you know, if it wasn't for him, you would have never graduated.
Wow.
I says, oh yeah, I thanked him a lot of times, she says.
Why
'Cause
was
I used to kind of copy his paper.
Oh my God.
Because I didn't have time, I was working, I didn't have time.
Where
to
were you
do-
working?
Oh, I had to milk the cows. Avery will tell you, I used to have cow shit on my shoes when I got on the bus.
Work, yeah, the bus.
Sure, you didn't know
He'd
that?
bring the farm with him.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, he used to bring the farm with him into school. Yeah, that's what happened. Couldn't help it because he didn't have any other shoes. He
Yeah.
only had one pair of shoes. Yep. Now what was the question you were gonna
How
ask
would
me?
your classmates remember you?
My classmates, I still know some of my classmates. Yeah. I don't see them too often anymore.
Can you
though.
tell us some of them?
With big one?
Who? Some
Who?
of them, who are
Oh,
they?
Stanley Nalawajic?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us
yeah.
about it.
Stanley, he was a nice guy.
Stanley was
Yeah,
a nice
really
boy.
nice.
He was a really nice kid. He moved to New
How
Jersey
about
now, I don't know.
New Jersey?
Yeah.
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 He
How
sold
about
his place.
Kale, was he in your class?
Kale
Yeah.
was, yeah, he was in that class.
He was ahead of you, I think, yeah.
Yeah, but Kale and I were the same grade all
Same
the
age.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Florence was younger. Yeah.
This is.
Yeah, and I still know Florence. I went to school with her.
Yeah,
too,
she's
but
your
she was a little.
oil customer.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
got custody money. Yeah, we know her all our life. Here's Bill, he's got a lot of stories.
No, I don't have any stories. All I remember going to school, nobody ever bothered to come near me because I guess I had an odor. And DeRocha said to me, Jesus Christ, don't you have any money to ever to buy any clothes? Because I guess Joe gave me an Eisenhower jacket and I wore that to school for a while.
What's that? The road?
DeRocha, yeah, big mouth.
Oh, you mean in high school?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, yeah, well,
the
okay.
wise guy.
Okay, we're gonna take a dinner break now.
Oh.
You're gonna shut that down?
Yeah.
Can you?
Hold on,
can you
hold
start
on.
up with the yodel to like open?
What's that?
Stop.
Just stop, I didn't hear her. We were chit-chatting here.
Okay.
She has to be a little more.
She looks just like her mother. She's a Bolaro, huh?
Huh?
She's a Bolaro.
Oh, yeah.
Is she Bill?
Yeah.
You think
Looks
so?
like Franny.
Her mother was a very pretty lady.
There we go. Okay. Action.
Okay.
Don't be
Start
saying
off with the
something.
yodel,
I'm
like,
gonna
where-
start- I'll
where's
start
part
with the
two
song
now?
first.
Go ahead,
He
sing song.
was just a lonely cowboy with a heart so brave and true. He learned to love a maiden with eyes of heaven's own blue. And they learned to love each other and set their wedding day. When a quarrel it came between them and Jackie rode away. He joined the band of cowboys and tried to forget her name. But one night when work was finished, right at the close of day, someone said, Jack, sing a song, 'twill drive the cares away. When Jack began his singing, his mind had wandered back. He sang of a blue-eyed maiden who was waiting for her Jack. It goes on for about 3 hours.
Wow.
Got a yodel now.
That's good.
Oh, lady,
Don't even go on Ed Sullivan.
Fred, can you do anything like that? You got,
Ed,
you can't
Frank,
do nothing,
come on.
Fred?
Fred,
Come on.
So,
Come on, do
okay,
something.
let's ask, no, this is about you guys. So we wanna know,
Yeah.
what did you do for fun?
When you were kids.
What did we
When you
do
were
for
kids, what
fun
did you
when
do for
we were
fun?
kids?
Yeah.
Well, I think I started off, we had these cigars like that thing I told you before. That was our fun in those days when we were smaller. Playing all the kids, we had enough of kids to play with. That was our fun, we play any games at all. We used to play.
Because there's so many kids in your family?
Wait a minute, I gotta think of this name now. Peggy, we used to play.
I don't know.
Remember Peggy?
No, I don't remember.
It has a piece of wood about this, about maybe 3 inches long, pointed on each end, and you take a stick, you put it on the ground, you take a stick and hit that point and hit it. As it come in the air, you see who could hit it the farthest. That was used to
I
be
don't
Peggy.
remember that.
You don't ever remember?
No.
You never played Peggy?
Never.
Oh, gee, you should have learned. We did it all the
All
time.
I know is you guys took all the
Okay, Bill, you're next.
the bigger guys got all the good stuff to play with. They take the drawers out of the sewing machine and use it for a wagon. They were all gone by the time we came. Here you go.
Got a sewing machine?
Yeah, they
There
used
was
to
a
take,
draw?
they used to
Was
take
that big?
the drawers were about.
They're little ones on the sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Who
used to use
sewed?
it for a wagon. John and
Grandma.
Frank.
Grandma sewed?
No, we
What'd
never
she
did
sew?
Yes, sir.
Grandma
My
had
grandma
sewing
said, told me.
machine.
She
Grandma
said,
never let us do that.
yeah, you
No,
there was no drawers. I still got the sewing machine down cellar. There's no drawers in it.
Well, there's a lot, you wanna go into some cellars, they all got no drawers in them. They all were doing
I got a
that.
Victrola that's got a handle and it plays.
Yeah, I got a Victrola that don't play, it's got a handle, that don't play.
I got a machine downstairs. You want it?
What kind is it?
I don't know what kind it is.
Will you Victrola like stuff?
It's a
Yeah,
Victrola.
well, yeah, save it for
Sometime
me.
I'll give it
When
to
do you
you.
want me to take it?
Anytime. I'll have to
I'll come up with the truck, we'll get it, see what it
It's only a
is.
small
Okay.
thing. You can put it in
Okay.
the car.
Oh, it's small.
Okay.
Okay,
It's
Uncle
not a
Bob,
Victrola,
what
it's
did
just
you
a.
do?
what did you do when you were little for
It's
fun?
a-
We just
used to
want you
go,
to handle, that's all,
Hey,
that's
hey,
the place.
Hey,
We'll
We
get
used to go
something.
fishing over the reservoir in the summertime. I remember this one time we went fishing in Sunday afternoon. We caught a lot of fish, so it was good fishing, so we said we'd go back at nighttime after we milked the cows. So Billy and I, we went over there with Fonzie and Louie and Eddie, I guess there was maybe 5, 6 of us. And who come through the bushes but the game warden? Well, Bill and I, we took off across down John Collins hayfield. We never stopped till we got home. Boy, God, were we scared.
We're afraid, yeah.
Yeah,
Now, is John Collins where Barker Lane is now?
yeah.
Yeah?
Now, my question is, did you like use sticks with string, or did you?
We had, yeah, we
push
got
it
a
all?
stick from the, you know, a branch or some shoot coming out through the ground there, tie a piece of string on it, and somehow we had hooks, I don't know. And we used to use crickets for bait. Put
I
the
thought it was
crickets on it.
worms.
Oh, we used to catch a lot of
Fish,
fish.
fish, they like crickets.
Yeah.
Jump right out of the water after.
Here's the next story,
Okay,
guys.
all right. Tell us about your ethnic background and any traditions that were passed down in your family.
Not me.
Now, you were talking about
Swan.
Schwan at dinner time, so tell us about that.
Tell us.
Sharon, tell us about the Schmorn.
Bill, tell us
No.
about Schmorn.
I
You
don't
know
remember
about it.
anything.
More than
no,
anybody.
discuss where did your parents come from?
Austria, Hungary. That's what my birth certificate says.
Okay,
That was the name. It was a big
that was,
empire at the time.
yes.
And they came over 1910 to Ellis Island. My poor dad couldn't read or write. My mother could read and write backwards or forward any which way. That's all I got to say. Here.
But tell us about the Schwinn.
Well,
Yeah,
tell them about the swine.
Grandma was from Austria.
well, these guys know more about the Schmorn than I do.
Yeah, me too,
but,
I don't know, I forgot
I
about it.
was born in Minnehoff, and Pa was born in Nicholasdorf. Ma was born near Graz, she says, down near Graz.
Yeah,
And
that's pretty close to Italy.
No, it's not. It's close to Hungary.
You can tell many things.
anyways, we were brought up Catholic. Probably if we had a choice, we'd probably be something else. I don't know, but it's more or less how you're brought up, so that's how we
Tradition,
became Catholics.
yeah.
What?
You said your father was from what town?
Minnehoff.
Minnehoff?
No, Grandma was from Minnehoff. right?
Minnehoff?
I think-
No, Graz.
Well, Minnehoff and Graz was close
Close
to Graz.
by,
Oh,
yeah.
close
And then
by,
where was your
okay.
father from?
Nicholasdorf.
I thought it was Italy was
Nicholasdorf.
close by.
Yeah, so,
And was that near Graz also?
no, I think that was up north more.
Yeah.
Do you know how your parents met?
Yeah,
I don't, you guys
you
can
know,
tell that.
do you
No,
know?
he
I don't know.
Billy
My
knows,
father knows.
Billy.
No, I don't know,
Tell
I
him
know.
how your grandfather
No,
met.
No, your parents.
Your
How
I
did
mean,
your mom, my grandmother, Maria's grandmother, how did our grandparents meet, your parents? How did they meet?
How did my mother and father meet?
Yes, how
Tell
did they
them.
meet?
Oh, very easy, that was a very easy thing.
Well, we don't know that.
Oh, you don't
Tell
know
us
what the
about
story
it.
is
We don't
on
know
that.
the
No,
story.
come on, John,
you don't
tell
know
us-
the story
No,
either?
I never heard it.
Bill,
I don't know
Bill
anything
knows
about
all
it.
these things and he didn't
You
hear
know
the
this
story.
story.
Come on, you gotta tell
Come
us.
on, we gotta know
You
this story.
do, don't you?
You know.
Okay, when my father ran away from home, he went to Philadelphia to be a bellhop. What are you talking about? Wait a minute, I gotta tell you how.
this up.
Didn't he come through from South America
I thought.
South America?
No, but he
But
ran
was
away
9
when he
years
was
old
here.
then.
Oh.
He was,
Oh, okay.
he was
Anyway,
18
bunch of
years
times.
old. when
Okay,
He
so,
he worked, you know how he used to get around?
Oh.
He used to jump on the railroad, the freight train,
He
and
was
go
like
from
Michael.
town to town,
Yeah.
wherever he wanted to go.
I never
Ain't that
heard
the truth, right?
Peggy, how do you know?
Yeah.
so how,
She heard it from somebody.
so how did your parents meet?
Well, then, oh, this is a nice story.
Tell us about it.
When mom come over from Germany, she was, Austria, she was 18 years old.
What do you mean, 1910, she wasn't 18, she was 16.
Well, was 16, I can't remember the date, you know.
Born 1894, so she was.
Was that when
16.
she come over 1910?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that 1910 when she come
I'd
over?
have to look, I don't know.
You don't know? You should have known, you.
It
Could've
sounds
helped me
right
out.
because, what year was Uncle Joe born?
About 1914, 15?
Yeah, so, right around then. Okay,
Yeah.
so,
Okay, she come over and she worked in New York, a housekeeper. And she had a lady friend that lived in Berlin, Connecticut.
The Dykesel.
The who?
The
The
Dyson.
Dyson?
The
She
Dyson.
knows about her, he knows about her.
Oh, I know
Her
the
name
Dyson.
was Mary Dornfried,
Yeah.
and that was my father's brother's wife.
which
Mary.
brother?
Carl.
Carl. Oh, yeah, which brother? Carl. That was Carl. So he went to see Carl one day, and he went in the house, and he seen this picture on the bureau, and he says, "Who's that lady? Who's that girl over there?" And
I never heard that one.
oh, wait a minute, you listen to the story because you didn't hear the whole thing.
No.
So he says to his brother, "Who's that girl?" She said, "That's my wife's girlfriend." He says, "I'm gonna marry her,"
Wow.
and that's
look
how
at
he
that.
got to marry her.
Wow.
That's how he got to
Hey,
marry her.
that's good, yeah.
Right?
I didn't know
That's
that.
never
you.
knew that
You
either.
didn't know that either?
Yeah.
That's how that happened, and he married her.
Yeah,
Yep, that's how we got to be us here now.
yeah, see?
Right.
Mom and Dad.
So I
got
have
together.
another
Tell them
question
about
for
the
you.
cigarettes.
What cigarette?
Grandpa,
Grandpa used to smoke. I mean,
No,
Pa
my
used
father
to smoke.
and when he was going out
Yeah.
with my mother, he was coughing all the time, so my mother says, it's either the cigarettes or me. So he gave up the smokes, he never smoked again.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
How-
that-
how old
yeah,
were you?
Wow.
How old were you when your father passed away?
20.
I was 25. You were
Yeah?
20.
1951, I was 20.
I was 20.
I was 22
How
then.
did he die?
Fell off the tree or something.
What year did you have to
Oh,
do
Heart
that?
Yeah.
attack. Yeah,
When I was
heart attack.
27.
Yeah, you fell off the tree?
No, he was up in a tree, cutting a tree down.
Who?
And he got sick, Pop.
Yeah,
Got
you got
sick.
sick. Yeah.
But he was up in a tree for the greenhouse, he wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't fall off the tree.
No.
No, we got sick up in the tree now, up in the tree. What else?
Yeah,
What were we
we'll stop
talking
with
about?
Next.
Oh,
What, any of the traditions that you had that your family passed down?
oh, there wasn't very many. We didn't have too many traditions. Eat breakfast, dinner and supper. That was probably
Can I
about
tell-
the biggest
What
thing.
about Easter?
What'd you do at
What-
Easter?
Oh,
You had the
Easter time.
horseradish and the
Oh,
ham and
Easter-
the eggs and the bread.
Oh,
and
yeah,
the
well,
cheese.
holidays was all the time.
Yeah,
Grandma would make, I gotta tell you the story about Thanksgiving. It was probably about 1947 to 48. We had Thanksgiving Day over to Grandma's house when they lived over here. And she used to
You
make
were married
about-
already?
Oh, yeah, I was married,
Yeah, you
yeah,
got married
yeah, I was
47,
46,
yeah.
46. I
Oh,
think.
46, yeah.
And,
You're only a
we,
kid.
we were eating, you wanna tell the story, I want me to tell it. Hey, so we're having lunch, we're having dinner over there, and at the end of the dinner, she'd always have these pies. She'd make about 15 different pies. So she brought out the pie was a lemon meringue pie. She says to me, "How big of a piece you want? This big? This big? This big?" I wouldn't say nothing. And she kept on going. Pretty soon she says, "Here, take the pie."
Wow.
She never asked me no more how big a piece I wanted.
that was grandma?
That was Grandma.
Yeah.
Now, you told me a story about the smoking the hams in the
Oh, wait,
closet.
that
Do
you gotta
guys
hear
remember
Billy.
that?
Billy knows that.
I don't know about that one.
What do you mean, Bill?
You do so.
Even Bobby knows about the ham smoked in the
Well, yeah, in the chimney.
in the
Yeah,
chimney.
tell
Sure,
the
Bill
story.
knows about that.
They used
That's
to
a
get
great-
Don't need all
a
talking.
cedar tree,
With the
Branch,
berries on them.
yeah.
No, juniper bushes.
juniper, I thought it was cedar.
They're same
What were
thing.
they, Billy?
I don't know.
Juniper bushes,
And
they
then
had the
you
berries
want
on
it
them.
small.
I would put it in the bottom of the chimney and the hams were hanging up
No,
about
no,
4 or
they
5.
No, you
Put
gotta
it in
want
the
it
stove in the kitchen.
ready. He put
in
the
the-
wood in the stove, why
in
would he
the
put it on the
kitchen.
bottom of the chimney for?
Down in the cellar.
No,
No,
you
I
put
never
it in the
did that.
stove and cook, and start the fire.
Oh, we had the hams upstairs.
Yeah, and
in
then the
attic.
smoke
Not
went
in the
into,
attic, but in
well,
the
the smoke,
smoke.
yeah, then the smoke would go up the chimney.
Yeah,
And what they did,
I
they
thought he
blocked off
started
the
some
chimney.
down cellar there too.
No, he didn't, always put it down, up to the thing there, cause I used to have to get the berries. He put a hole in the chimney, then he put a plate in there so the smoke could go into the closet.
Yeah.
What do you call that, the go-go-go?
Fuck.
Fast And he'd go in there and then smoke all his hams
Okay,
or whatever he
you
had.
guys gotta stop now.
Okay.
Well, we'll
I
get
can't even say
Okay,
the
how about the
fuck.
time,
You can
I'm